Welcome to the world's strangest towns, a place where dying is banned, underground fires burn for decades, and entire cities are contained within a single building. These quirky spots defy logic, rewrite the rules of normal life, and leave us wondering, how did this happen? Today, we'll take a journey across the globe to explore bizarre towns like Centralia, Whittier, and Longyearbyen, uncovering their strange origins and unique stories. And while you're here, can you guess which oddity-packed town we'll cover next? Let's get started. First stop, Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA. At first glance, this might seem like any other abandoned town in America, a place where old houses crumble and rusted vehicles dot the landscape. But what lies beneath? Now that's the strange part. Since 1962, Centralia has been sitting atop an underground inferno, an uncontrollable coal mine fire that burns far below its streets. For over 60 years, this fire has been ravaging the earth beneath the town, spreading unpredictable sinkholes, choking smoke, and dangerous levels of carbon monoxide. At its peak, Centralia was home to over 1,000 people, but after the fire began, the state declared the town unsafe and started relocating residents. Today, fewer than 10 people live amidst what feels like a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Roads are cracked and collapsing. A once thriving community now resembles a ghost town. There's even graffiti lining the abandoned highway, dubbed the Graffiti Highway. And here's the haunting twist. Experts say the fire could keep burning for centuries. Let that sink in. An inferno underfoot that refuses to quit. Could you live in a place like this? Next up, we're headed to Alaska for one of the most peculiar towns in America, Whittier. Imagine living in a place where the entire town's population fits into a single building. No, really, a single building. That's Whittier in a nutshell. This tiny port town on Prince William Sound houses nearly all of its residents, around 300 people in the multi-story Begich Towers, a massive building that contains apartments, a school, a post office, a grocery store, and even the police station. The town's unusual setup is largely due to its remote and harsh environment, where fierce winds and snowstorms make it hard to function outside. The Begich Towers provide protection from the weather and a communal way of life that's uniquely suited to Whittier. It's almost like living in a snow-covered spaceship, where everyone shares the same address. But here's the real question. Would you enjoy living in a vertical village where everyone quite literally knows your business? Let us know in the comments. For our next quirky destination, we're traveling to the icy extremes of Norway, to Longyearbyen, a town with one of the strangest laws on Earth. It's illegal to die there. Yep, you heard that right. No dying allowed. This Arctic settlement, located on Norway's Svalbard archipelago, has become famous for prohibiting burials within town limits. Why? Well, Longyearbyen's freezing climate prevents bodies from decomposing. Back in the early 20th century, scientists discovered that corpses interred in the ground remained astonishingly well preserved. So preserved, in fact, that viruses like the Spanish flu, a disease from 1918, still lingered inside their remains. Creepy, right? To keep the town safe, Longyearbyen banned burials altogether. If you're near death, you'll be flown to the mainland to pass away there instead. But that's not the only oddity here. It's also home to polar bears, lots of them. In fact, people are legally required to carry a rifle outside of town in case they encounter one. So, imagine this. You can't die here, you have to dodge polar bears, and you're surrounded by some of the most gorgeous yet unforgiving landscapes on Earth. Adventure, anyone? Now let's ask a quick trivia question. Can you guess the next strange town on our list? Hint, it's famous for having no streets and its primary mode of transportation is canals. Think gondolas. If you guess this town is in the Netherlands, you're absolutely right. Welcome to Giethoorn, often called the Dutch Venice. Giethoorn is a place where cars are banned and boats rule the day. This idyllic village looks like something straight out of a fairy tale, with charming cottages, peaceful waterways, and footbridges connecting one side of town to the other. Residents use whisper boats, small electric-powered vessels to get around, ensuring serenity and zero noise pollution. But how did this unusual layout come to be? Giethoorn's network of canals was originally dug by peat farmers centuries ago, and instead of converting to roads, the villagers decided to embrace life on the water. Fast forward to today, and it's one of the most unique car-free zones on the planet. Have you ever visited a place like this? Or more importantly, could you live in a town without cars? Okay, here's another interactive moment for you. Which strange town do you think deserves the spotlight next? Should we venture to Australia, where Giethoorn is known as the underground town built to escape scorching heat? Or maybe to Thailand, where Maeklong Railway Market sees trains zooming through vendor stalls multiple times a day? Leave your suggestions below, because we're always curious to hear what you think. Before we wrap up, let's revisit one important question. Why do these strange towns exist? While every one of them seems odd or quirky on the surface, they're ultimately products of necessity, geography, and culture. Centralia's fire was sparked by an environmental disaster. Whittier's single-building design is a brilliant adaptation to Alaska's extreme environment. Longyearbyen's burial ban keeps its residents safe from lingering diseases, and Giethoorn's car-free canals preserve centuries of tradition. These places are reminders of how humans adapt to the world around them, sometimes in the strangest ways imaginable. So what do you think? Could you live in any of these towns? Are you ready to pack your bags for Giethoorn's peaceful canals or take on polar bears in Longyearbyen? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and share this video with your fellow adventure seekers. For now, thanks for joining us on this incredible journey to the world's strangest towns. And until next time, keep exploring the edges of possibility. Wherever life leads you, there's always something fascinating waiting around the corner.